official partner television and radio stations of EWTN Television, Salt and Light TV, Catholic Faith Network in America, Shalom World Television, Atmadashan TV India, and Luminous Radio India. To those of you following us on our Vatican News website stream, that is the vaticannews.va, welcome. Perhaps you are catching us on our various news social media channels. You are most welcome to this live broadcast. Our Catholic National Diocesan Religious-owned congregation, radios and television stations, welcome. Remember, you can always find more information and clarifications regarding today's Angelus on our website, vaticannews.va. This morning, Pope Leo XIV celebrated Holy Mass for the Jubilee of Synodal Teams and Participatory Bodies. The Mass, which was held in the Basilica of St. Peter's, brought in thousands of synodal groups and individuals from all over the world. They have been in Rome from the 24th, and today is the last day of the Jubilee, which culminated in the Holy Mass that the Holy Father celebrated this morning. At the morning Mass today, Pope Leo called on the Church to walk together, shunning divisions and factionalism. The Church has now entered into the implementation stage of the Synod on synodality. The invitation to all of us is to build a synodal church that listens more, is welcoming, and is inclusive. Anytime now, the Holy Father should appear on the window of his study in the Apostolic Palace to begin the Angelus of today. And I was saying earlier on, there is a good turn-up in the square of St. Peter's today, large crowds. Those of you that have been in Rome in recent days have seen so many pilgrims on the streets and pilgrims and tourists. And it is a good sign indeed of this holy year of the Jubilee of Hope. Also during the Mass today, Pope Leo encouraging all of us to be mindful for those who are marginalized and building a church that is inclusive with an attention to those that are often marginalized, not only in but in various sectors of society. And Pope Leo now at the window of his study to begin the Angelus. Dear brothers and sisters, happy Sunday. Today, the Gospel presents two individuals, a Pharisee and a tax collector, who are praying in the temple. The first boasts a long list of merits. He has done many good things, and for this reason, he feels superior to others, whom he judges contemptuously. He stands with his head held high. His attitude is clearly presumptuous, denoting a strict observance of the law, but one that is poor in love, made up of giving, taking, of debts and credits. It is devoid of mercy. The tax collector is also praying, but in a very different way. He is in great need of forgiveness. He is a tax collector paid by the Roman Empire, and he works under contract that allows him to speculate on the proceeds to the detriment of his countrymen. Yet, at the end of the parable, Jesus tells us that it is the tax collector who returns home justified, that is, forgiven and renewed by his encounter with God. Why is this? First, the tax collector had the courage and humility to present himself before God. He did not close himself off in his own world or resign himself to the evil he has done. He left the places where he was feared and safe and protected by the power that he wielded over others. He went to the temple alone, without an escort, even at the cost of facing harsh glances and sharp judgment. And he stood before the Lord at the back of, with his head bowed, uttering a few words, "God, be merciful to me, a sinner." Jesus gives us a powerful message. It is not by flaunting our merits that we are saved, nor by hiding our mistakes, but by presenting ourselves honestly, just as we are, before God, ourselves and others, asking for forgiveness and entrusting ourselves to the Lord's grace. Commenting on this passage, St. Augustine compares the Pharisee to a sick man who, out of shame and pride, hides his wounds from the doctor. The tax collector is compared to another who, with humility and wisdom, lays bare his wounds before the doctor, however unpleasant they may be to look at, and ask for help. The saint concludes, "It is not surprising that it was the tax collector who went away cured, since he had not been ashamed to show where he felt pain." Dear brothers and sisters, let us do the same. Let us not be afraid to acknowledge our mistakes, lay them bare, take responsibility for them, and entrust them to God's mercy. That way, His kingdom, which belongs not to the proud, but to the humble, and is built through prayer and action by practicing honesty, forgiveness, and gratitude, can grow in us. Let us ask Mary, the model of holiness, to help us grow in these virtues. The angel of the Lord declared unto Mary,
Ave Maria, gratia plena Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Santa Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen. Ecce ancilla Domini. Fiat mi secundum verbum tuum. Ave Maria, gratia plena Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Santa Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen. Et verbum caro factum est, et habitavit in nobis. Ave Maria, gratia plena Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Santa Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen. Ora pro nobis Sancta Dei Genetrix, oremus. Gratiam tuam quesumus, Domine, mentibus nostris infunde, ut qui angelo nuntiante, Christi filii tui incarnation coniovimus, per passionem eius et crucem, ad resurrectionis gloriam perducamur, per Christum Dominum nostrum. Amen. Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto. Sicut erat in principio, nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen. Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto. Sicut erat in principio, nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen. Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto. Sicut erat in principio, nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen. Pro fidelibus defunctis, requiem aeternam dona eis Domine, et lux perpetua luceat eis, requiescant in pace. Amen. Dominus vobiscum, et cum spiritu tuo, sit nomen Domini benedictum, ex hoc nunc et usque in saeculum, adiutorium nostrum in nomine Domini, qui fecit caelum et terram. Benedicat vos omnipotens Deus, Pater et Filius et Spiritus Sanctus. Amen.
And there we are. We just received the apostolic blessing from the Holy Father. Blessing that extends to those that are with you, watching this broadcast or listening to this broadcast, wherever you are. Very special blessing indeed from the Holy Father himself.
Cari fratelli e sorelle,
Dear brothers and sisters,
sono vicino
I
con
express my
affetto
closeness
alle
with the
popolazioni del
affection
Messico
to the people
orientale,
in eastern Mexico
colpite nei giorni
affected by the
scorsi
floods in
dall'alluvione.
recent days.
Prego per
I
le
pray
famiglie e per tutti
for the
coloro
families
che
and for
soffrono
all
a
those
causa di questa calamità.
who are
Mi
suffering
affido al
this
Signore
calamity of
per
floods
l'intercessione
in
della
Mexico,
Vergine Santa,
and through the intercession
le
of the
anime dei
Blessed Mary,
defunti.
those who have died as a result.
Prosegue incessante la
And
nostra preghiera per la
I
pace,
continue to pray for the peacemakers and
particolarmente
peace in the world, praying for peace and peacemakers in the world,
particolarmente mediante la
especially
comunitaria del Santo Rosario,
through the Holy
contemplando i
Rosary,
misteri di Cristo insieme con la Vergine Maria,
through the intercession of
facciamo
the
nostra la sofferenza
Blessed Virgin
e la
Mary,
speranza dei bambini, delle
especially
madri, dei
the
padri,
suffering
degli
children,
anziani, vittime
mothers,
delle guerre.
old people, and
Da
victims of
queste
war,
intercessioni del cuore
that through the intercession of the
nascono
Blessed
tanti
Virgin Mary,
gesti di carità evangelica, di vicinanza concreta,
they will
solidarietà.
experience not only
A
through our
tutti
prayers but
coloro
also
che ogni giorno
concrete
con
action,
fiduciosa perseveranza
and praying
portano avanti questo
to
impegno.
all those who every day with confidence
Beati gli
and
operatori di
perseverance
pace.
carry forward the commitment to peace. Blessed are the peacemakers, says the Holy Father, as he prays for peace in the world and for peacemakers who persevere with
Saluto
confidence
tutti
and
voi romani
perseverance.
e pellegrini provenienti dall'Italia e
And
da
now
altre
the
parti del
Holy
mondo.
Father greeting the various pilgrims that are in the square. And there are many of them from literally from all over the world.
Quelli di Logroño in Spagna, San Pedro del Paraguay, Recreio, Brasile, e i cubani residenti in Europa.
That's for the
Saluto i
Cubans
nostri fedeli
resident in
Genosa,
Europe,
Genova,
from
Corato, Fornovo San Giovanni, Milano,
various
San
Italian
Giovanni
pilgrims in
Larione,
various cities here in
Porto
Italy.
Legnago, i ragazzi dei Scicli, i cresimandi della diocesi di Saluzzo, le suore riparatrici del Sacro Cuore,
And a special greetings to the sisters of Reparation of the Sacred Heart who are celebrating 150th anniversary of their foundation.
e la corale polifonica di Milazzo. Grazie a tutti.
Thank you to
Buona
all
domenica.
and happy Sunday. And that's the Angelus recitation from the Holy Father today, Pope Leo, who started with a reflection on the Gospel of today. Much to the applause of the pilgrims who are in the square, the Holy Father also praying for peace in the world and for peacemakers. And that brings us to the end of the Sunday Angelus for the 26th of October 2025, 30th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Thank you for being part of this broadcast. I'm Father Paul Samasumo. On behalf of Vatican News, thank you to our technicians all over the world and official partner broadcasters of EWTN Television, Salt and Light Television, Catholic Television, Catholic Faith Network in America, Shalom World Television at Madashan TV, and listeners of Luminous Radio India. Enjoy the rest of your day or the rest of your evening, wherever you are. Praise be Jesus Christ, Laudetur Jesus Christus.